Hello there, how are you? I have to tell you, there's nothing I'd rather be doing right now than sitting here and putting on makeup with you guys. Isn't that funny? There's just some days where this is the most fun, most relaxing, just most soothing thing I can think of. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. I'll tell you what, you might want to get comfy because I'm feeling chatty and I have a lot to talk about. So I think this is going to be a long one today, but it's going to be fun. I have so many things on my mind and I want to talk about the holidays. I want to talk about something I keep on my couch. I just want to chat about a lot of things. I've got new makeup I'll be trying today, mostly from the Sephora sale from my in-store Sephora haul, because honestly, you guys, I think I put in 4 or 5 online orders because I would see new things that I thought, oh, I want to try that for the channel. I'd throw it in an order and then the next day I'd see more new stuff. So today we're going to be trying a few of the things that I picked up in store. Let's see if I can get that to focus. This is the Charlotte Tilbury quad. I have not tried a single one of these quads. This is in the colorway Star Aura. I have a new highlighter from Makeup by Muriel. I'm so excited about this one because I'm kind of just getting a little bit of a crush on the whole Makeup by Mario thing. First of all, he just has the nicest personality. Secondly, I think his products probably are really, really good. So I'm thrilled to be diving into this one. I have a new concealer from Kosas. I don't think I've tried anything from the Kosas line. This will be a first. I pulled out a mascara that I received from Sigma in PR. This is their Sensuosity Lash. I think I've tried this once before, but I can't really remember how I felt about it. So we'll be getting our thoughts together on this one today. And this is almost the most exciting one for me. I have a whole bunch of different colors from City Beauty. You guys know that I start every video with the City Lips Clear on my lip. That's not the only time I use it. I'll talk about that in a minute. A portion of this video is sponsored by City Beauty. I'm thrilled about that because you know what? As long as I've been using the City Beauty Clear Plumping Lip Gloss, I've never tried any of the colors. So we're going to be diving into these colors today. I'm going to be doing a try-on. I'm really, really excited about this one. So speaking of plumping lip glosses and can you get fuller, plumper lips over 50? That's such a good question. And you know, I really wondered about that when I first started my channel. The answer that I have learned over the last little over 2 years is yeah, you can. One thing I've noticed about the plumping lip glosses, and I love the one from City Beauty, is that for the younger girls, oh my gosh, what a thrill for them, because I have seen younger women put on this City Beauty plumping lip gloss and their lips go from beautiful to oh my gosh, so fluffy and plump. It's really, really amazing. This does plump my lips up. It just doesn't plump them up like it does the younger girls. And I've thought about that and I'm thinking that it might have something to do with the amount of collagen I have in my skin. I have a lot less collagen in my skin than someone in their 20s or 30s or even 40s because, you know, I'm 64. However, it does plump my lips up. One of the things that I do is that I really do use my plumping lip gloss regularly. Not only do I put it on right when I start my makeup, but hang on. Let me go. All right, so I'm back. This is the little basket that I keep on my couch. Do you have one of these on your couch? I'll tell you what, this is one of the most important things to the happiness in my life. I keep this little basket on my couch and it contains all the stuff that I need that I don't want to get up off the couch for. I have pins in here. I have tweezers in here. I have eyeglass cleaning formula in here. And my City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss stays in this basket all the time because I find when I use it regularly, it really does make a difference in my lips. Not only hydrating, but helps them stay a little bit fluffier. Here's a picture of my lips when I first started on my skincare journey, and next to it is a picture of my lips now. What I credit the difference to, and you can see there is a difference. I mean, it's a nice one. What I credit that to is 2 things: derma rolling and my plumping lip gloss. The answer to the question of can you plump your lips up over 50? Yeah, you can. It's not going to be like the 20-year-olds, but I think it's meaningful nonetheless. I'm so excited about all these lip glosses. I've only had the clear. So I generally start out with clear on my lips before the video. I want to go ahead and put on one of these colors today. So let's go ahead and swatch them. These are the lip glosses. This is in the color Spice. Put this right here. So you can see Spice right there. That might be pretty for today, huh? This is in the color Crimson. This is another one of the glosses. This is a little bit more of an opaque look. So this is the color Crimson. Oh my gosh, this one is so beautiful. I think I'm going to use this as a lip topper today. This is the color Plum Springs. I love that name. Gosh, it's so pretty. The tone of this, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Wow, that might be the one for today. Of course, I said that already. And then this is the one, Tinseltown. You can see it's like a real bubblegum pink. This might be good for my hiking days. Okay, this one is almost clear. I can hardly see any color on this one. So it's right down here, and you can see it's really more of a clear gloss. So of these four, what do you think I should use today? I'm thinking this one, this Plum Springs. That just looks pretty. And then I have two of the liquid lipsticks to try on with the makeup look. Looking forward to that. If you'd like to give the City Lips a try, now is a really easy time because they just started their buy one, get one sale this morning. Starts today, November 26th, and goes through the 29th. So you can buy one and get one for free. I think that's just a great value. I'll have a link and the coupon code down below. It's Lippy50 to get the BOGO sale with City Beauty. I am loving this color. Doesn't that look pretty with this color sweater? Here's a little tip that I keep on my makeup table all the time. This is coconut oil, and you know, I just got this, I think at the dollar store or something. But when I have swatches on the back of my hand, I put a little bit of coconut oil on a tissue, right like that, and then I just rub that over the swatches and it takes it right off. That way I don't have to rub and rip up my skin trying to get the lipstick stains or whatever I've swatched on my hand. So you can see it's all nice and clean. For primer today, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal. This is the Age Perfect Blurring Face Primer. I think that this is probably ongoing my favorite primer right now. Drugstore price, does a great job. About this much on the back of my hand. I'm going to smooth that over my complexion. And of course, I always make sure that I get it underneath my eyes so that the concealer will act nice. For eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be using the Beauty Pie. This is their Flawless Eyeshadow Primer. If my Anastasia Beverly Hills and my Milani eyeshadow primers had a baby, this is what it would be. This has a nice grip on the eyeshadow, and it also covers up all the little doodads on my mature eyelids. So I'm just going to tap that in. And I also try to get it in the corners of my eyes, because if my eyeshadow is going to break up and crease, it's going to be in there. And I'm pretty sure it's because things move around in there so much and it's a tight space. So that's where I'll get the creasing oftentimes in my eyeshadow. This is a new brow pencil that I'm absolutely loving, and I'm kind of surprised about that. This is from Revlon. It's their Color Stay Brow Creator. Have you seen these? This has a pencil, a spoolie, and then inside a little powder formula. It's really, really handy, and I'm liking it. What I'm also liking is the color. I usually go a little bit darker in my brows, but I've been using this. Let's see what the name of this color is. This is Blonde. I usually use a little bit darker color on my brows, but I've been trying this lately and really liking the way that it looks. It's a little bit subtler look on my brows, so you guys let me know whether you like the dark brow or the lighter brow better. So I'm just going to start at the bottom of my brow and start filling in from there. I like to create that line down below so that it gives me a framework to build the brow up from there. This one in the front has a little bit of sparse area. So I've got my brows filled in now, and watch. This opens up right here and you have a little powder applicator, and I can go back in and just sort of dot that over my brow in the areas that I feel like need a little bit more color. Truly, whoever came up with this, they need a raise. So then in with my spooling. I'm going to be jumping into the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Star Aura palette. As I said, I haven't used any of these quads, and I'll tell you what, they're expensive. So I'm hoping it's really, really good. And see, I haven't even swatched the colors yet, so let's do that together. All right, so here they are. They're all shimmers. You know, the neat thing about this palette is that you could use any one of these colors for a one and done, which makes it really, really easy to put together an eye look. This is my Angie Hot and Flashy 503 brush from BK Beauty. When you blend these out, it doesn't look quite so shimmery. And I think that makes a nice transition color. And I'm just going in really softly, And I want to make sure that I work above my natural crease because I want to create depth and make my eyes look a little less hooded. Now I'm going to take the 509 brush. This is a little bit flatter brush. I'm going to use it to pack on color on my lid and dip it into this gold shade down here in the corner and start putting that on the movable lid. So I'm just working that across the movable lid all the way from the inside to the outside. Zero fallout from these shadows, and they go on really, really easily. The one thing I can say about this is that the colors are really toned to work together beautifully. I'm going to take my big fluffy brush now and just blend all the edges out so they're really soft. And each color just flows right into the next. Now I'm going to take my finger and dip into this champagne color right here. You can see it on my finger. It's like the brightest, whitest color in the palette. And that's going to go on the inside third, almost halfway over to my movable lid, just to brighten up that inside area. So I'm going to leave the eye look there for now. To color correct underneath my eyes, I'm going to be using the Beauty Pie. This is their under eye genius, and you know what? That's aptly named. I love this stuff. I've talked about it a lot. It really is that good. And you know what I think this is? I think this is probably a dupe for the Becca under eye corrector because it was luminous as well. I didn't try it, but I've seen a lot of people try it. This to me seems like it's probably very similar to that formula. Of course, Becca did go out of business, so you can't get it anymore. But Beauty Pie does have this illuminating under eye corrector formula. I just keep falling more in love with this formula because not only does it brighten my under eyes, but I have noticed that my concealer these days is laying down so nicely and stays in place. And I haven't been setting my concealer. That has never happened to me. I'm not sure if it's my under eyes have finally gotten to a place where they're just a little less crinkly, or if it's this. So there we have it. Today for foundation, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. It's medium coverage, and they say it makes your skin look better in 2 weeks. I wonder if it's going to do that. I'm in the color 11 Fair Neutral. I'm going to shake this up. I've had this for a while. I've only tried it once or twice, and to be honest with you, I don't know that I was really wowed about it because I can't really remember how I felt about it. So that tells me that maybe it's just sort of an average foundation for me. But we'll find out today. I'm going to start with 2 pumps on the back of my hand and dot that around. Might be a little bit light, but we can always warm that up. I'm going to be using my Refer 31 brush. I have really been loving this for foundation. There's just something about the angle of this brush that really feels good to use. So we're just going to smooth that over the skin. I think the color is a little bit light, but I'll definitely be able to work with this. All right, I want to talk about the holidays. I'll have to say that more than any holiday season in a long time, I'm really excited about this holiday season for a different reason. Generally, it can be all about the festiveness of the season and the lights and just the whole culture around the holiday season. For me this season, it's different. I am so grateful and thankful this season for all the relationships in my life, and I am just loving the people I love so much more for some reason. I wanted to really do it up in a big way with relationships this holiday season. And here's what happened. I got contacted by my really good friend here on YouTube, Lisa from Lisa Monique Beauty. She wanted to do a collab together, which we have done. I'll go ahead and link it up here if you haven't seen it. We talked about 7 holiday gift ideas. And her contacting me, we stay in touch all the time. She and I are really good friends. We met through YouTube. And it made me start thinking, and what I have done is I have gotten in touch with a lot of my gal pals here on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing a collab with the gals that I have met and love and are in the mature beauty community over the next few weeks to really celebrate my friendship with them and the holiday season. And I'm really, really excited about it because it gives each of us an opportunity to spend a little bit of time talking and working with each other, really kind of love on each other because it's just fun to have friends you work with. Clearly we're each in our own studios, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm looking forward to sharing with you a lot of my Gal Pal friends over the next few weeks. I hope you'll join me for these collabs. It's just a fun way to celebrate the love I'm feeling for this holiday season. I'm going to start pressing this foundation in with my sponge. It is looking good. It definitely looks skin-like. And you know what? It kind of does look like my skin, but better. It does look like my skin, only a little bit evened out. So you can see it right here. It's a pretty finish. It's not quite as dewy as some of my other foundations that I love, but I think it looks nice. Now I'm going to hop into the Kosas concealer. They sent this to me in PR, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you very much. It says 15C. Gosh, the lettering is so tiny. So it has a standard doe foot applicator. I do like that this color is a little bit brighter because I like my under eyes to brighten up my face a little bit. So just start out with a little bit here. Then I'm going to use my Refer 32 brush to blend in my concealer. It has a nice little angle on it. I really do love these Refer brushes. And I'm just going to start blending that in. And then any extra I just bring down onto my face next to my nose and really blend it into that foundation. Press it in with my sponge. I'm liking that color a lot. The formulation feels like a pretty standard concealer. It doesn't feel overly hydrating or overly dry, just a nice emollient formula. I'm going to put a little bit more on this one eye. I went out to dinner last night. It shows up on my eyes. It's that restaurant food. Bring that on down to my cheek a little bit. What are you guys feeling excited about for this holiday season? It just feels different to me. It feels more about relationships, which, to be honest with you, I'm really loving. It looks like a strong medium coverage for this concealer. It blended in beautifully. I'm loving that color because I like my eyes a little bit brighter. I have so much creasing and wrinkling down there that it really can create a lot of shadows underneath my eyes. So that brightness really does help open things up on my face. I'm going to do contour and bronzing today. This is something I've been doing lately, just high maintenance makeup, I guess, but I've been loving it and it's fun. I am really loving this cream contour from Fenty Beauty. This is her cheeks outline and this is the color Amber. The reason I like it so much is that it has a real gray undertone and it does a great job for creating that look of a shadow on your face. I'm going to put just a little bit of this to start carving out the angles of my face, and then I'll go into bronzer. And underneath my chin, you see that little jowl right there? Isn't that cute? I always like to bring it up a little bit onto my chin so that it disguises that jowl a little bit. So I'm going to put a little bit down my neck. And then I go in with a stipple brush and just blend that in. And this formula blends in so easy. And you see how I place it around my face? It doesn't dry down before I can get back to it and blend it in. It just is beautiful and really easy to work with. So you can see how that has carved out my cheek area and really created some depth on the side of my face. And then down underneath my chin. Now to warm things up, I'm going to go in with my Lumi Bronze It from L'Oreal. Love this color. You can see I'm hitting pan on this one. That just goes around the face to warm things up. And today I'm going to bring just a little bit across my nose. Isn't that a pretty look on the skin using both the contour and the bronzing? It just adds depth and glow. For blush today, I'm going to be using two different blushes, and I know this looks a little crazy, but I think it's going to work out. The first one is Apricot from Revlon. This is such a pretty color, and it's really a beautiful peachy neutral shade. Look at how that goes on. This is my IT Cosmetics blush brush. Love this brush. Love, love, love this brush. I've talked about it so much lately. This was a recommendation from Mrs. Melissa M. That woman rocks. If you don't follow her, you need to follow her. I'll have her channel listed down below. So I'm just going to lay down a little bit of this apricot, and you'll notice that I'm doing it in the upstairs area of my cheek. I don't want to get it down to this movable area because that movable area doesn't stay up when I'm not smiling. So I like to place my blush in an area that doesn't move around as much. So just getting a little bit of that apricot on and bringing it up almost into my temples. The next blush I'm going to use is from Milani, and this is one of their baked blushes. This is in Petal Primavera, and I wanted to use this because it has just a little bit of shift and shimmer and a little bit brighter shade that I thought would look so pretty. You can see it right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush. This is the Refer 30 brush, and just blend that out. And I think it's really just going to create a beautiful shade on the skin. Isn't that just so pretty? Now we get to move into the Makeup by Mario highlighter. I'm so excited about this. This is in the color Pearl, and I'll tell you what, these little compacts from Mario are so very nice. They feel really substantial, has a little magnet close, which is always so satisfying. Nice mirror inside, and there is the highlighter. Here's the color right here. Let's see what it looks like on the back of my hand. Wow, isn't that so pretty? It has a little bit of a gold shift in it, which it doesn't really look like in the compact. Get a little bit on my brush right here and hit the tops of my cheeks and along the front just a little bit. Isn't that pretty? Look at that shift. It goes so well with the whole color scheme of this look today. So very pretty. Very easy formula to work with. Blends in really nicely. How nicely that sits on the skin. Isn't that pretty? As usual, I'm going to finish off the complexion with a little swirl into my Milani Prep Set and Glow. And that's just going to be pounced all over the skin. I'm going to take my sponge and just press everything in. Before I use my setting spray, I pulled out my Sigma Essentials palette. I'm going to take a little brush and dip into this color Snow right up here, and that's just going to go really lightly underneath my brow bone and inside the corners of my eyes, just to brighten things up there a little bit. Get a lot of shadowing in there these days. Then I just sort of press that in with my finger to soften up the edges. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I have the hardest time saying that. I have lined my eyes and tight lined and curled my lashes. For liner, I use the liner I've been using all the time lately. This is the L'Oreal Lay Liner in the color Noir Cashmere. It comes in a deep blue, like a navy blue, and a brown. I've never been able to find the brown in stock. And this color, and maybe a couple of more, I really, really like these liners. I've curled my lashes, and now I'm going to put on a coat of the L'Oreal Lash Primer. And I try to make sure that I get it all the way from the base out to the tips. For mascara, I'm using the Sigma Sensuosity Lash. It comes in a beautiful tube, matte black. It has a rubber wand with a little bit of a curve to it. I happen to love these wands. I know a lot of people don't care for them. They seem to work really well for me, although I like the natural bristles as well, so either one seems to work in my book. I've let that lash primer dry down a little bit. Here's one coat with the Sensuosity, and you can compare it to the other eye. What I'm noticing is length and a little bit of volume. It goes in really well. It's not a really wet formula, so it's fairly easy to work with. Here's two coats with the Sigma mascara. One thing I did notice is that the second coat got a little bit clumpy, so just keep that in mind. Definitely length, a little bit of volume. Now we get to hop into the lipsticks. I'm so excited about this part. So I'm going to go ahead and take off that gloss. I'll tell you what, that Plum Springs gloss is gorgeous. I think it's going to be the one that stays in my purse. I have 2 colors of the City Beauty cream formula. So excited about these. The way you can tell the difference between the cream formulas and the glosses have a more glossy container. This one is more of a frosted glass, so you can see that right here. I have 2 colors. This one is pink taupe. Go ahead and take a look. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is so pretty. So this is pink taupe. Isn't that gorgeous? And this one is rosy mauve. I don't know which one we're going to use today. So this is rosy mauve right here. Isn't that just beautiful? They really did a good job with these colors. Between the 2 for today's look, I think I'm going to go for the pink taupe and then top it with the Plum Springs. I think that's going to be gorgeous. For lip liner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Color Stay. This is in the color Totally Toffee. This is such a beautiful color to have in your collection. It works with almost any nude lipstick. It's really beautiful. Formula is creamy, stays on, all the things. Now I'm just going to smudge that liner out a little bit. It smells really good too. Here's the lipstick and the lip liner. I'll tell you what, I love that color. Now I'm going to top it with Plum Springs. That is so pretty. Here we have the finished look. I have thoughts. And of course you knew that, right? The IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation. This is a nice foundation. I can't say it's better than some drugstore foundations that I love, but it does look very, very skin-like. It blended in well. It feels very, very light. It doesn't have a dewy or glowy finish, but you can add that during the rest of the makeup process. Liking the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. The Charlotte Tilbury Quad. I guess the big question here is it worth the $53 price tag? That's a hefty price for a little quad. For me, the answer is a little bit more complicated than a yes or a no. One thing that I can say is that there are other palettes in my collection at the same price point where you get a lot more bang for your buck. How does that compare to a little quad? The things that I would look at if you're considering one of these quads is, do you like to work with a lot of different colors, or do you like to have the whole palette just laid out for you? All of these quads are beautifully done and all the colors coordinate so well. In addition, every single color in this quad could be used as a one and done. One thing that I can say that is very different for this palette is this shimmer shade right here, and it's almost a topper. There is something so beautiful and glowy and subtle about that, and I know it's probably not going to show up on the camera, but what I can say is I don't have anything like that shade in my collection, and I've got a lot of eyeshadow palettes. These palettes would be great to travel with because you can put together just a beautiful look really, really quickly and have some variety with the 4 different colors. As far as whether one of these quads is a great value for eyeshadow, I'm not really sure that that is the case. The Natasha Denona Glam palette right here, which is about the same price point, clearly you have so many other choices in here. However, the ease of having all the shadows coordinate beautifully, this is a great travel size compact, and the formulas are exceptional. That's clear. I think the eye look today is just stunningly beautiful. So if you're thinking about getting one of these quads, those are the things that you might want to consider. All in all, for me, I'm really glad that I picked this up. I did get it on sale during the Sephora sale, so it felt better to me to get it at a little bit of a discount. If you want to try one of these quads, you might want to wait until you can get it on sale. We've got a lot of sales happening right now. The Charlotte Tilbury site is having a big sale on a lot of their gift sets. I'll have that linked down below. I love this palette. I'm glad I own it, and I think it put together a really beautiful eye look today. The City Beauty lipsticks, oh my gosh, what can I say? I'm so tickled that I got to try a lot of the different colors. Every single one of these colors is going to work so well in my makeup collection. Today's lipstick color, the pink taupe, love it. And topping it with the Plum Springs just really sent it over the edge for me. I love this lipstick look. Their BOGO sale does start today. It runs through the 29th. I'll have a link and the discount code down below. The Makeup by Mario highlighter in the color Pearl, absolutely love it. really quality product, blends in beautifully, looks terrific on the skin. It provides just the right amount of glow for me, not too blingy. I like to have a little bit of glow on my face without it looking over the top, and I think this just did an excellent job. The Kosas Under Eye Concealer, I can say I'm a fan. This is a very, very nice concealer. It hasn't creased down on me. It covers nicely. I'm liking this color a lot. Provides nice medium coverage. If you're interested in trying the Kosas concealer, I can say I think it's a good buy. I had a lot of fun with today's makeup look. It's going to be such a treat for me to march through everything I picked up at the Sephora sale and share it with all of you. In addition, stay tuned for my friendship holiday season. I can't wait to buddy up with my gal pals here on YouTube and share it with all of you. I hope you found today's video fun. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 and over 60, actually, I'll be 65 tomorrow, woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.